And welcome to Social Impact TV. This is Anna Choi, and I am very pleased to share with you today our guest, Danielle Gaudette. I have been actually training with her for many years, so she is personally close with me, but also she for 18 years has been a healer, teacher, trainer, and now the head instructor for the Ravenna Park, which is located in Seattle, the center there. So I just wanted to go ahead and welcome you, Danielle. It's so great to have you.
Thank you.
Yes. And I'd love to hear more about what your story is and how you got to be on this path. And I think that a lot of people, well, maybe I'm speaking for myself, you can fantasize about these different monk-like paths or these trainer healer paths. And, it's hard to kind of pull yourself out from the ego-based identity of other things. So anyway, I'm curious how you began your journey. If you can go ahead.
Sure. So my journey started at 18, a little bit more than 18 years ago, almost 19 years ago now. I was right out of college. So I've always been a very sensitive person, and I've always been a person who struggles emotionally, mostly with anxiety and a lot of worries about everything. And especially as I was going through school, I started to just have this huge concern for the earth and the world. And my worries were escalating the more educated I became. And then at the same time, I was going personally through a lot. I'm adopted. And when I was 21 years old, I reunited with my birth mother, which was a huge happening in my life. And it just sort of, already I was sensitive, already I was emotionally stressed, and it just sort of threw me off my center completely. And I was really in a space graduating from school in December of 1999, just feeling like the first and foremost thing that I needed was to find some inner peace. That's what I was searching for.
I am so sure that many people can relate completely, myself included.
Yeah.
You can't get away with that. So go ahead and share who your mother is, because I heard something about who she is.
So I found out, I was 21 and I had met her for the first time and found out that she was an actress. She's actually from Star Trek Voyager, Captain Catherine Janeway. So her name is Kate Mulgrew, and was on Star Trek Voyager and Ryan's Hope, and now she's currently on Orange is the New Black. And anyway, she's very present in the public eye. So it just brought a lot of new things into my life. Wow. And I was just a shy, quiet, stressed out young girl. And so I was sort of crawling into my body and brain center that was near my house where I was staying at that time, which was back east in Boston. Yep. Yeah.
And let me say that, because I didn't make that clear, right? Body, brain, center. So that's the name of this type of yoga, which is based on the Tao. I really resonated with it because obviously it has a Korean background based on 5,000-year-old, ancient scripts, which I just, when I walked in, I was like, home.
Yeah, right. And that's how I felt also when I went in. So I totally understand. I felt a very familiar and welcoming, and this is home, something resonating deep within my heart. And then I started, and just after a couple weeks I could feel energy for the first time, key energy, and just sensing the energy was shifting my emotions so much, was just bringing me to a different level of calm inside. And it was so new for me. I was so excited because I'd really been searching, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And then I did some workshop and exercise for opening the heart, and I felt a huge opening in my heart, and I felt a deep connection with myself, my pure self, my essence. So it was very, very healing for me right from the beginning. So from that time I felt, this is what I really want to do with my life. I want to help other people find this kind of peace inside. And I think maybe this is what the best thing that I can do for the earth, because I really wanted to help the world and I didn't know how. And I felt, wow, helping myself, bringing peace to myself and to all the people that I meet, that'll be the thing that I can do. So I really felt it was kind of a calling for me very early on. So I quickly just started to take all the steps and do the trainings and started interning at the centers. And it was
Wow. And you
it's
never
really
like
been
hesitated. You just knew as your calling, and that's what I hear from people, is like, you just know, like, it's not a
For
question.
me, there was no hesitation. It was just at the beginning, a little in my meditation, is this feeling true? And then I just kind of, I think I went full force ahead from that time. It felt so right for me.
So great.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people, come from different faith backgrounds too. So it can start, for depending on where people grow up, like, oh, is this its own thing? Is this a thing? And for me, it was so, like, I had no sense with I was so disconnected, just always in my head, never connected with my body. So this was so critical from a physical standpoint, right? Of actually, that's why it's called body and brain, like integrating that and being inside your body versus like out here and then numb to everything happening out here.
Exactly.
But if you can speak on what, share more on what, is this a religion or is this a belief system? Like, say more about that.
Sure. So it's not a religion and it's not even a belief system. It's just it's a practice to help you awaken your senses. That's the number one thing. So you come in, you do some stretching, some breathing, some body tapping, some meditating, core strengthening. Through these simple but very effective exercises, what's happening is you're awakening your senses, first of your body. So you become more aware of your body. You start to realize, kind of like what you said, whoa, I'm all in my head. My head's so tense. My shoulders are tense. My back is stiff. You start to see the connections. You start to become aware. And then you start to become more aware of your mind. And you start to become more aware of the energy field that flows inside of you and around you. So you start to awaken your senses. And then what happens is when your senses awaken, then you start to get more in touch with your natural healing ability. And so you start to be able to feel yourself more and what you need in terms of what you need to do for exercise, what you need to eat, what you need to do for your thoughts, for your emotions. So you become more aware and in touch with everything. So to answer your question, in my experience, people with faith, I've had many students over the past 16 to 18 years, and people of many different faiths come, and that's what they feel. They feel an awakening of their own senses. So they're getting more in touch with their body and more in touch with their feelings, and then suddenly they just start to be able to feel their own religion more deeply, their own spiritual laws and what they study and what they believe in and what they pray to. They just start to feel it more because it's all just about awakening yourself as a human being. So there isn't really any religious, there's no special even philosophy or something. It's just about you getting in touch, bringing your brain and body together and getting in touch with yourself.
So great. Yeah, I've firsthand had to I didn't know we had a massage like, our organs inside your gut, right? Which is often called your second brain, which I learned here. And now being more aware of integrating the body and brain, like I can actually feel my organs falling asleep, which is just like your foot would fall asleep. It's the craziest thing. And I'm like, really? But it's true, like, cause we don't take care of our tummies at all, which is like so much going on in there. So anyway, this has been really critical in just feeling what's actually going on.
Exactly. Right.
Great. I love that. I love that all religions can really, or it has nothing to do with that. It's about yourself. And you specialize in that, right? Like with the anxiety, I was looking at your blog. You got to check it out if you haven't already, and I'll put it at the bottom of this video. It's so DanielleGaudette.com, right?
Yes.
And then there's on the video, you got to check out the video section because there's a lot of videos there, right? For people to be able to start practicing just simple few minutes a day, not just getting rid of their anxiety, but just being in touch with their body. I mean, really.
Yeah, exactly. So for the videos, I was fortunate enough to be able to record about, I think, 12 of our basic exercises. So it's very helpful. They're like 2 to 5 minute videos, very helpful. People can just follow along and they can start to feel what this is just from, following a little video clip. And then they can also start to find relief in their body and mind. And then, yes, I usually am focusing a lot on that emotional piece because, as I said, I was always a sensitive person. I always struggled emotionally. I had many unusual things happen in my life, and so I've had to do a lot of very conscious work on that part to help me. I was able to reconnect with my essence long ago, but then it doesn't mean that there wasn't a storm of habits bombarding me all the time. So I had to take a lot of time, and I still do daily practices it's like cleaning, doing the inner cleaning, dusting, organizing so that light can keep shining, so it doesn't keep getting covered again and lost. So that's why I sort of specialize in helping people with tools for managing the mind, managing the emotions, and learning how to use your body and use your energy, bringing your energy into balance to manage the mind better.
Totally get it. All about good energy, getting the flow going. And then we are very excited also inside the Creativity Symposium to have you come, and you can do a taster and actually do a yoga class and experience what that's like, and on October 12th, Friday from 9 to 4. So we'll put that below as well. Okay, great. So what is the best way then for people to, get in touch with you or to take the next step as far as, clearing their anxiety or getting more connected with their body and brain?
Sure. Yes. So there's a couple of different ways. In terms of online, I would guide people to visit my blog, daniellegaudette.com, and read more about body and brain and the different things going on, and also just about my awakenings and kind of getting a feel for the depth of the practice. And also there's a video section there so people can check out those videos, as you were mentioning. And then offline, I would recommend for people to go ahead and come by and visit me here at the Ravenna Park Body and Brain Center, or give me a call. We do a one-on-one introductory session. Usually that's a 1-hour session, private, where we meet you and we can kind of assess your flexibility, balance, breathing, your energy circulation, and we can introduce you to how body and brain can help you meet your goals for your body, mind, and spirit.
What about those who are from another country or another town or city? So should they just Google what, the nearest center kind of would be? Or?
Yes, so we have centers all over the country, right? So brain.com is also our national website. So you can look up, you can put your zip code in, you can see if there's a center near you.
Awesome. Yay. Perfect. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for your time and your energy and the difference that it's made in my life. I can't rave more about. So wonderful to have you.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Okay, great. Thank you.